Made possible through support from ARC Thrift Stores, CCDC, Colorado Cross Disability Coalition, Developmental Pathways, PASCO, Personal Assistance Services of Colorado, and the ARC of Aurora. A Think+change training.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. We have yet another Think+change series for you. We're going to be discussing in the next few episodes all the different transitions in your kiddos' school careers. We are all working from home. We are Zooming these, so they might look a little different. But
Zoom.
we today, Jeff is here. Specifically today, we're going to discuss transitioning to elementary school. And Jeff, I believe you're going to start us off.
Sure. Thanks, Petrie. So when you're going to enter elementary school, you're probably going to be most likely coming from early intervention. Early intervention, as we talked about in a previous episode, is from birth to 3 years old. So once you hit 3, in between the ages of 3 and 5, children start to get evaluated as part of preschool for the special education process. This could be called a child find team, which is going to include the parent. The parent, you are part of this team. And what the child find team does is they use the evaluations done to determine if a child meets eligibility criteria for preschool special education. And if so, yes, let's do it. Let's make an IEP. So this is when the IEP gets developed and it starts in preschool. And this IEP is going to carry into elementary school. And, you know, that's how things kind of get started from the early intervention to elementary.
So that's interesting, Jeff, because sometimes kids don't necessarily go into early intervention and they are transitioning into elementary school from the community. And so that might look a little bit different. The kiddo might not be used to yet, kind of that new environment. So maybe a social story might be helpful for transition, help building social skills, maybe some mental health supports. But to your point, Jeff, earlier, if a kiddo hasn't been yet identified with a disability in early intervention, they can still be identified in elementary school with different diagnoses that may impact the ability to access their education. And an IEP can be built even in elementary school.
Sure. And sometimes, too, in elementary school, there's more interactions with peers if a child doesn't come from a strong preschool background and is around a lot of kids, and then some developmental delays might pop up.
Yeah, things can reveal themselves then.
Awesome. Jeff, I'm actually glad you brought that up of how sometimes everything can look different in elementary school and certain skills can start to show themselves, because you're right, elementary school is different than early intervention or preschool. So on that note, if we could just kind of touch base on how things will look the same and how they'll look different and what you can expect. So just so everybody knows, your rights do not change when your child transitions in elementary school. You'll still have IEPs every year. Your child will still have a case manager. Everything in the procedural safeguards stays the same. So that's a wonderful way to know that you are still covered by IDEA and special education law. But going into elementary school, some things are different. Like the classroom may be a lot bigger. There may be more students in there. There will be students from other schools your child may not have met before. Also, they'll have different teachers. Instead of having one room where they learn art and music and all of their number skills, they'll go to a different classroom with a different teacher for art. They'll have a separate kindergarten teacher from special education teacher. So just know that you'll start hearing a lot of new names come into play, and all of those people will be helping to support your child. And last but not least, elementary school is different because children start learning according to state educational standards. So what this means is that everything your child learns will be part of kind of a building tower of knowledge. So say they start learning numbers, soon you'll see them learning counting, then you'll see them learning addition. So everything they learn is building onto something else. So get excited for that. It's a really good transition to be able to see.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that is. Well, I think we've kind of hit the high points here. If you have any questions about this, as always, reach out to your ARC advocate or your local ARC chapter. But stay tuned for more. We have more episodes coming at you. Thank you for spending time with us today. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy.
THINK+change. Talks, trainings, and tools to help in your work for or with people with intellectual and other developmental disabilities. Learn more at www.thinkchange.training.